Hey, what's up, pro wrestling fans? Welcome to the Nation's Corner. I am Front Row, joined as always by Debhausen, the great and powerful, Mongrovian Mike, and Tony Justice, the greatest truck driver of all time. What's up, people?
What's going on?
Happening.
What's happening?
Wrestlemania, 1 week.
That's
Lots.
happening. That's happening for
Lots and
sure.
lots of wrestling.
And like 8 million people going to Philly, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I have a quick story for Tony. Tony will appreciate this. Y'all will appreciate this, but Tony most of all. So my wife and I went to a chicken restaurant today, local place where they sell great chicken tenders. We go there all the time. We go out to the patio, and Orion is playing. I'm like, I have never heard Orion in a restaurant. For those of you that don't know, that's one of our favorite Metallica musical instrumentals. And I was like, holy crap, I've never heard this song live. And then they played a live version of Holy Diver. I'm like, who's booking these songs? This is amazing.
Yeah.
Really cool moment. Really cool Metallica moment today.
I had
hear
a
that in a
talk
restaurant.
with the guys there.
What, Mike?
I had a talk with the guys there.
I appreciate it. It went well.
Nice.
All right, so not only is WrestleMania a week away, but we are all going, most of us in this group are going to be in Philadelphia. There's a ton of stuff happening from Wednesday to Monday and probably beyond that, I'm sure. I know we're going to be at Sam Roberts' show on Wednesday. We'll be at the Hunkamania show with Nick Nemeth and Ryan Nemeth. We're going to be at a bunch of stuff on Thursday, the Busted Open podcast taping, the Masters Class taping. There's stuff on Friday, of course. There's the ECW Arena stuff on Friday. There's the Busted Open party on Saturday and Mania and all this other stuff. And I'm missing like 90 other things stuff that we're going to.
Yeah.
And I think Neil and Trent are doing like, I don't know, 20 wrestling shows or something. They're going to everything. And John as well. And
Yeah, John's going Bloodsport.
Yep.
Yeah, Neil and Trenda have so much going on that they're doing. You're gonna be bopping around from place to place to place.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, Neil's got to sell some blood or something to because he's going to meet every Joshi Pro and New Japan wrestler that's out there. So
Yep.
he knows
Yeah.
he knows it's very limited seeing the Japanese stars. So
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll be getting there on Tuesday evening. I got to deliver a load in Vineland, New Jersey. And then I'm only 30 minutes away from where I'm parking my truck for the whole week. So I'll be getting there probably Tuesday afternoon, and I'll be there all the way until Monday. So I'm here for everything. Let's go.
Yep, we're gonna be going down Thursday morning and heading back home Monday at some point.
Very cool. Yeah, I'm flying in Wednesday, leaving. I have to leave Saturday because I have stuff going on here at home, but I'll be there for the Busted Open party and flying home during Mania. So I'll catch most of it.
Luck at that.
Speaking of which, I'm wearing my WrestleMania 33 shirt. I only bring it up because it's the only time of year I get to wear it. And I did buy it at Access at Mania and then wore it to the stadium, which was a colossal mistake because it was 1,000 degrees that day. Very uncomfortable, but
did the fans started chanting, "You fucked up"? You fucked up.
Yeah. At least we won't have to worry about that this time. Being that we're in the Northeast here, it's not going to be 1,000 degrees like it is in Florida. So
yeah, they could sell WrestleMania Parkers.
Tacos.
Okay, we have a ton of people in the chat. Just want to give a shout out to, let's see, John Bay's in there, of course, Seth and John.
Mad Mac.
Yep, Dave.
Mad Mac.
Let's see, is Mac in there?
Yes, he is.
Oh, okay, cool. Hey, Mac. And RJ's here. Who am I missing? It's everybody right now.
RJ.
The gang's all here.
We are all here.
Okay.
Where do we want to start? Want to start where everybody else is starting? Main event spots.
Yeah.
So much happened. So much happened this week. We closed out Raw with a beatdown of Cody Rhodes by The Rock, and then we get another piece of social media where The Rock's people posted the footage after the cameras went off the air. Rock is continuing to beat down. It's a curse-laden, like, break the fourth wall. I don't give a shit about all you people. Like, I'm still gonna be. It was incredible. It was a great piece of business. And then the cap on all of this was on SmackDown, where Paul Heyman says something that I believe Bully said on the show recently. Roman Reigns ordered The Rock to beat up Cody Rhodes. So a lot to unpack just in those three pieces. All right, we'll start with you, Tony. What are you thinking? Oh, Neil's in there. There you go.
What up? Well, I knew The Rock was going to do something because he's been doing special things on social media. Leading up to his appearances on SmackDown, and I view that extra footage that we saw from the beatdown on Monday as something special from The Rock because it happened after the cameras went off the air, and I just could not believe the intensity in the way Rock was hitting Cody with that belt twice. I mean, he lashed him 2 good times with that belt. And that last one really looked like it really hurt because it connected. And the smearing the blood, the curses, everything. I've probably watched that footage probably 20 times already. And every time I watch it, I get goosebumps because it's just that intense. It's like, this is like I haven't watched a movie as much as I've watched all this footage from The Rock pertaining to the Bloodline story. This has got me so captivated. I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah. So I want to ask Mike, because Mike, I know we've had a lot of conversations about the usage of blood and when it's meaningful and stuff. How did you? And I saw a conversation in one of the other Discords about whether there should have been more blood or not. Did you feel like? What were your thoughts on that piece of it?
No, that was just enough. You didn't want. You don't want to overuse it right there because they're gonna have that. They're gonna have that. They're gonna have the match at WrestleMania, and that's got to really come around. Everybody's gonna be bleeding in that one. This was perfectly done. It came out of nowhere, and he just got attacked. You knew. I mean, of course, you look and you go, "Oh, there's 5 minutes left. It's 5-11, and the match is over." So, all right, what's happening? And you get excited. You don't know exactly what's going to happen, and that happened. And boy, was that good. Too bad that USA has to have no balls and cut out all the holy shit chants and stuff like that. But
wow, we talked about that. The sponsors,
whatever.
it's not USA, because immediately after Raw they were dropping F-bombs on the next show. It's not the network.
That's what's perplexing the people.
Yeah.
It didn't take away from it because you knew everything The Rock was saying anyway. So
yeah. And you knew
social media. Was great. It was great.
Right.
The blood on
you knew you were going to get it. The Rock's people have been filming everything separately. So we know now that anytime something like that happens, he's going to put it out on his own socials, separate from ratings and networks and all that stuff. And we're going to see it, which is perfect, I think. Yeah. It makes you have to watch that other thing.
And this might be a forebear of how good it's going to be when they're on Netflix, I mean, it might be the wild, wild west, but they don't have to take somebody's word gratuitously. do it. It's just go with the flow, but it's gonna really be good. I can't wait till they go to the Netflix.
And John brings up a good point. When we were watching live on Monday, we were trying to figure out what The Rock said, and I think we kind of figured it out after a couple of rewatches that's what he had said, that I'm going to make you bleed. Mm-hmm. And so you kind of knew as the clock was ticking down that something was coming.
Right.
Yeah.
My thoughts, and Tony and I have talked about it. It was so well done, like a movie. Like, how much better did it make it that it was raining? It just made it so cinematic. And I think, we're seeing kind of the next level of The Rock. He's been, doing movies for quite some time now, and especially of the action movies he's done. I feel like he has a whole new skill set now to be able to bring back to wrestling. and
Oh, yeah.
and show kind of that more cinematic side
Seasoned.
that
He's
we
seasoned.
only get to see once in a while.
He's seasoned.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. And I wanted to mention this. I find it very interesting that, you know, he's using his social media, his Instagram, to put these promos out, you know, extra promos that add to it in character. And especially, you know, that one that we saw that was posted after Raw went off the air. But then he's also posting things that are like for his other businesses where he's like, you know, his normal self. So I find it very interesting. Like, I really wonder what non-wrestling fans think. Like, non-wrestling fans who may follow his social media because he's a mega superstar. Like, what are they thinking when they're used to seeing, you know, him promoting his movies and him, you know, just doing these little promos. You know, today was the opening day of the USFL or UFL. Yeah.
UFL.
And so he was promoting that, but then, you know, there's also seeing these videos that are happening on WWE right now. And I wonder if it's translating to people tuning in because they might see that on his social media and go like, oh, what's going on? Like, why is The Rock doing that? That's interesting to me.
Yeah.
I think there's two things to that. So, like, there's the corporate partners that need to be explained. Okay, this is what's going to happen over here. It's not going to damage our brand. In fact, it's only going to draw more people because now more people are going to be looking at what I'm doing, and there's a connective tissue between all that stuff. And I think he does probably have to have a conversation with those folks and say, you're going to see some shit, but that's all for the cameras. Like,
yeah.
And then there's the fans. So then there's the fans. Are they also? Is he also bringing those fans over to his other businesses? And likewise, like you said, are they bringing new eyes to wrestling? And I don't know what those metrics are, but he's has such a footprint. I would have to say yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and I think so.
One thing I want to.
So he put. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead, Deb. I'm lagging a little bit, I guess. Go ahead.
So just one quick thing to add to that. The USFL I keep saying that. The UFL sorry, started today, and he posted a video from Arlington showing the stadium from his hotel room, and then he posted a video. He did like the introduction before the game. And I was really, really hoping that, like, at the end of his introduction, thanking the fans for being there and blah, 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 he would be like, and Cody, fuck your story. I just wanted that. I just wanted that, like, little add in there. That didn't happen.
Yeah. One thing you said, Deb, about this being like cinematic and like a movie.
Yeah.
Well, if there's one still shot from Monday night at the beatdown, it's this picture right here that I freaking love. That picture right there is you just look at that picture and it tells a story in itself. Just the picture alone. The Rock is just big and menacing, and he's got Cody by the throat and Cody's face. I mean, it is just it's just great. It's great. I can't speak enough about it. It's just great.
It's interesting that you say that because, like, I think we've all met Cody, right? And Cody's not a little guy. Like, you know, he's a big
he's pretty tall.
But The Rock made him look like he was half the size. He's just so massive and towering over him in a way that was shot. Yeah. Kudos to and we talked about it the other day, the changes that they've been making in their production and the camera angles and those continuous shots they've been doing. And the folks that shot that entire sequence did an amazing job. Because Cody was off screen just at the right moment for stuff to happen, for Rock to focus, and for them to do what they needed to do to pull all that stuff together. And once they went out into the loading area, and it looked like Rock was going to throw Cody off over the edge. Like, there was a moment there where you're like, oh shit, this is not gonna. He's really going to do this. And the way it was shot made you believe it even more. Like, I just think the way that they're filming stuff, I have to think. To Deb, I think to your point, there has to be a Hollywood cinematic influence of late.
Oh, for sure. I think that's pretty obvious if you're paying attention.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's funny
But
because we talked about this was it a week or two ago. You know, is Rock overshadowing Roman? Is it the Rock Cody story? Well, on last night on SmackDown, Paul Heyman bringing all of that into focus, saying all this stuff that's been happening is at the
Mhm.
direction of the tribal chief, and he's directed Solo Sikoa to take out Jey Uso next week on SmackDown. So,
Yeah.
and now you're bringing all those people into focus. So now it's reminding everybody that Roman is still the guy, or at least Roman is acting like the guy in charge still, even with The Rock.
Yeah.
So that's going to get interesting, I think.
Right.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's gonna between night 1 and night 2, the bloodline story, there could be a lot that can cause fallout after Mania. Like we've been saying, this
Mhm.
isn't the end of the story, WrestleMania. Like it's gonna keep going. There's gonna be fallout.
Yeah.
So yeah, I
Is there
think
gonna be a
there's
surprise? Is there
potential
gonna be-
for a whole lot.
Yeah, is there going to be a surprise at WrestleMania? Is there going to be a surprise the Raw the day after? You don't know. But another thing I wanted to point out, though, even with this storyline, the whole Raw has just been like every single thing going on has kept you from hour 1 to hour 2 to hour 3. The threading of that, the threading of Cody throughout, and then just all the other storylines. You know, the comedic relief, like R-Truth and Miz, and everyone's got a really cool, fun storyline going. You know, and it's just kudos to everyone there because everything's going top notch. They're running on all cylinders right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing, and I can't wait for WrestleMania. I can't wait. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be
Mike, you said something I want to revisit because we're talking about surprises. If you notice on social media, it was today or yesterday, WWE posted a compilation video of WrestleMania surprises. Everything counts, right? We've been told. Sam says it all the time on his podcast. Everything counts. They don't do these things and bring them into the conversation for no reason. This isn't a time filler. They specifically did like a 4 or 5 minute video of all these different surprises, Rock returning, Stone Cold, Cena, all these returns. Something's happening. And I have no idea what it is, but I'm excited.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that ECW arena is going to be rocking when we're watching it.
Oh my God. Yeah. I can't wait to be in the ECW arena for both nights for the watch party. We know there's going to be some special guests. We know, I think they announced Alpha Jr. and Danny Moe and Facade and a couple other people I can't remember at the moment are kind of hosting the event. So I'm excited for that and to see who else shows up. It'll be so much fun to be in one of the legendary wrestling venues that's still standing to watch the biggest WrestleMania of all time.
Yeah.
Right.
Bring your pink robes to the Bust Open party.
Tony got a family one.
Oh my God.
But there are so many other big stories going into Mania. We've got the way that WWE continues to present their female superstars is incredible. And
wait, real quick. Fiona's in the chat. Hi, Fee.
Oh, Fee.
Hey, Fee.
Hi, Fiona.
Fee was just on Journey here. She was over in the U.S. for a few weeks. I don't know how long, but she did a Route 66 tour and all kinds of stuff. I love the pictures, Fee. Awesome stuff. And hopefully you come back again soon so we can all hang out.
Yes.
Absolutely. We'll try to figure out a way to make that happen for sure.
Yes. Another friend in there, Zakaria. Got some new names in there tonight.
Yes.
That's Chris, I think.
No.
Ain't that Ziggy's real name?
No. Not with the last name Khan.
Well,
not with the last name Khan. Well, welcome anyway.
Welcome.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah.
But that was where I was going with that is like they have been doing such an incredible job of giving stories that we are invested in on the women's division side, both with Rhea and Becky and Bailey and Io. But now last night we saw the debut of Jade, and oh my God, like that introduction. I'm not crazy about the music, but the visuals with the silhouette and just it was superhero
Every
level.
camera angle, everything was just perfect. You're right. The music could be a little better. You know, they went to all this canned generic music instead of having people writing good, you know, having good music. So good memorable song. Because you could even remember kind of if you go back to the Rumble, a lot of the songs, like you'd hear them, it'd take you a second, like, oh, I don't know who this is. This song is, you know,
right.
Yeah.
Just
I think
you need that
Jade
edge
absolutely
song.
looked amazing. She looked like a bombshell. I think they presented her the right way. I do wish the music was different. The music is just not doing it justice at all.
All everybody has to do
it
is
sounds
go.
like some generic music I could get from the royalty free stuff on my video editing app. Like
Most people have to do is go back, go check out the picture of Jade and Bianca and Naomi pointing.
Yep.
Oh my God! Yes,
that tells you right there.
What?
Go,
What a photo!
Yeah, that's the man right there.
Yes.
Yep.
Practicing his nickel down economics. Doing a great job. Friend of the show.
Yeah. Jade looked amazing. I am so glad that her first match is, you know, gonna be with Naomi and Bianca. I think the three of them are just a great pairing, and it's gonna be crazy. Like for her first match is WrestleMania. Like that's just insane to me.
Yeah,
I think it's smart
awesome
to put her into a tag match. I mean,
yes,
you can protect somebody, let her come in and, you know, get some hits in, get some offense in, be a star, get the pin, whatever. But
sharing the ring, having those two on her team, and then who's across from her, that they will protect her, and you know, and whatever goes with whatever, you know.
She's gonna look like a star.
She is, you know. I got all the faith in the world in her, man. She's already a superstar before she even laced up the boots.
Yeah, and Chad's in the chat. He says, "I really hope Jade is as good in the ring." So, and I get the concern. When she was in AEW, she was not the best in-ring performer at the time. Since coming to WWE, my understanding, and from what they've posted on all the social media, she's been working her ass off in the Performance Center and spending her free time with Natty in the new dungeon. The videos that I've seen of her working out with Natty and TJ and everybody, it's a different performer. Is she going to be Asuka? No, not yet, but give her time. Like, I think there's going to be a big enough junk where she's going to be just fine.
Yeah, I think, you know, since going to WWE, she's, you know, really had the means to be able to train pretty much every single day with some of the best trainers available. So yeah, I'm sure we're going to see. I think it's probably going to be pretty apparent right away that, you know, this isn't the same Jade that we saw before.
Definitely.
And just as a quick side note, Jade was in the ring with Nia Jax and dumped her right over the edge.
And dumped her over the top rope. Yes. Eliminated.
All you have to say,
get out of here.
She's been in the Performance Center with TJ and Natty. That's it.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Yeah.
Well, she's in the Performance Center with a ton of great coaches and Shawn Michaels and
just those two names alone. You don't even have to name the all the other people that are so instrumental there. Shawn Michaels.
Right.
Forget about it.
She's gonna be just fine.
Forget about it.
But you're right. I did love that image of the three of them pointing to the sign. Not only is it strong representation for people of color, but of the female superstars, but it was legitimately three people who should be in a WrestleMania match. Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Nobody is questioning that match. Like, that match makes sense, and it's the right people.
Let's give extra props to Naomi because she left.
Yes,
she left. She left. She jumped out of the frying pan right into the fire, and she you know, she thrived. And everybody was worried about her. Oh, you know, We're not worried about Mercedes. She's a star. What about Naomi? Oh, well, what about her?
Yeah.
What
She
about
made
her?
a name for herself. She proved that she has something to offer. And
that
look
stuff
where
is
it got
good
her
for them.
to WrestleMania.
That's always good for people. Drew did it. Cody did it. Cody did it in a big effing way.
Yeah, I have absolutely no
Yeah.
problem with people
But-
leaving and going back. Like, I think it's insane to think that, someone of a top level would leave and never make a return. And I think a lot of people like Cody, like Naomi, they just want to be able to prove themselves and become a bigger star. And then once they become a bigger star and make a name for themselves, then the potential for them going back and being a bigger star than they were before is there.
And not only
it's just
that,
smart.
proven that they had a level of maturity, because
Yeah.
I mean, after a while, it wasn't like the old days, but Vince was always like, nobody burned bridges, even when they threw matches on the bridge and tried to light it on fire.
Yeah.
He's let guys back, always, and multiple times, and
just for people to be able to get out there and
Triple H
have new experiences, work with different people, get training from people that they didn't know before, all that stuff is going to compile in your skill set. And so it's good that people kind of are now able to get out there and go different places. And then even if they come back,
they need the indie circuit. You need to sit there and you see these people in Creator Pro and in Victory Pro, and I'm sure you guys see it too. After the show's over and you see the talent folding up chairs, stacking up chairs, taking stuff down, doing all of that stuff, and on top of it, breaking down their merch tables and stuff, if they have a good merch table, and they bust their asses, and that's what you need sometimes. Sometimes, everything's handed to you there I know they work hard. I'm not saying they don't work hard, but there are certain amenities when you're signed directly to the big dog there that come that, you don't get that. I mean, you saw someone like Matt Cardona writing a few months back, you guys won't even give me a fucking water. You know what I mean? Or for somebody else that they wouldn't give them a water, whatever.
But I think that's part of the NXT experience. Like, a lot of those folks that came through NXT was part of Triple H's thing. Like, I remember when I was at NXT in 2015, after the show was over, we were hanging around getting ready to leave, and the wrestlers were out there breaking the ring down. And I mean, Bayley and Finn Balor were out there breaking the ring down, and they were champions at the time.
Yeah.
And so it's drilled into them.
I wonder is do they keep that going? That's a good thing. I don't know, but
not on the main roster. So, like, because of the way that the rules are
obviously
with their teams, but yeah, like usually the referee and the ring crew team, they break that stuff down, but they're drilled with that same level of respect because Triple H made that happen. Shawn Michaels is making that happen. There's no way that these people don't come through those gates or come out of that school not with a level of respect for the business. So yeah, I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
There's a lot of matches. I know we want to sort of give our picks, but I don't think we can cover all of them. But I wanted to talk about what I really wanted to talk about was Drew and Punk and Rollins. That was an incredible segment, and still I think it might be my favorite segment of the week. It was definitely my favorite promo of the week because it wasn't really a promo. It didn't feel like it.
No.
Punk referencing Vince, like all that's
yes.
It was one of the most real things I've heard on the mic in a while. I mean, yeah, the Rock stuff has been really good, but it's still character. Like, I felt like Punk was he was like, fuck it. I'm just going to say what I want out here. And I'll apologize for it later. And boy, did he.
Yeah.
But Drew,
I can only imagine what it was like when he went back there.
I don't know. I wasn't there. But when he referenced Vince, I was like, oh, okay, that's where we're going.
Yeah.
It did kind of put Drew in a position where he couldn't really make a comeback, but
exactly.
Trying to get Drew to say it.
What paragon of virtue told you that? I'm like,
yeah.
But Drew was on fire, man. The stuff that he was saying, like, So we know the match is Drew and Seth came out and reminded everybody, hey, this is we're actually having a match and you're going to be watching. And I guess
Yeah.
I don't know if it was made official or not, but Punk, I guess, is going to be on commentary for that match, which turn up the volume for that one.
Oh yeah,
For real, we're gonna have to be paying attention to what he's saying.
yeah.
So who do we have in this one? I think Drew. I go Drew.
Drew.
I say Drew as well. Yeah,
Elder?
I think. What do you got, Elder?
Yeah, I got Drew, but I also have that's where Damien's going to come and cash in on Drew and have Drew.
Oh, that's where you think that's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah,
You keep forgetting about Damien.
You know, I'm thinking about that because everybody just keeps calling Drew a whiny little bitch, you know, because he's whining about how I got screwed out of this, I didn't have the fans, this and that, I won the run, blah blah blah, 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 blah. He's the one that's the crybaby, not the Cody crybabies. But anyway, he's and you know, that's what I think because it'll keep him whining and pissed off because I like the pissed off Drew.
I do too.
But that's the thing.
Well,
if people have been paying attention, like Drew's been going everywhere. He's been on social media, he's been on the bump, and he's been just so layered in his messaging. And he's really, we always say villains are the heroes in their own story. Drew really feels like he's justified to feel the way he does. And you're kind of buying what he's selling right now.
Yeah, I loved the way he was just kind of like sitting on the table, kind of chilling, relaxing while Punk was talking, and he's just having these, you know, funny comebacks to him. I think that's what made it feel less of a promos because it was like they were just kind of having just a actual shit talk battle back and forth. It didn't feel like promo talk.
Yeah. What are you gonna say, Tony?
Well, I don't have a tinfoil hat like Andre. I just have a trucking hat. So I'm going to do my best to give y'all a little scenario that I might see happening at WrestleMania. You know, they're kind of teasing the Judgment Day, kind of showing signs of maybe breaking up soon. What if we get Damian Priest coming down to the ring to cash in on Drew, and Dominic costs Damian the loss, so therefore he can't get the title because he lost because Dom interfered or did something, and then it starts a feud between Dominic and Damian, and it therefore kind of splits up the Judgment Day.
Right. I don't know. Well, I don't know if I'm ready for Judgment Day to split up yet.
I'm not either.
Dom
but
had that moment with Santos Escobar.
They've been too good, but we've noticed that like the crowd cheers Rhea and the rest get booed.
Yeah.
Just a thought.
No, it's interesting. There's so many ways that this stuff can go, and like we've said a bunch of times, this is probably the least predictable WrestleMania, or at least since I've been a fan, since I've been watching Manias. Yeah. I look at this card and I'm like, I can't with any certainty actually pick any winners on any of these. I have people I want to win, but like the stories have been so good and so layered. You're like, I don't know, maybe.
Yeah.
So Gunther versus Sami Zayn is a weird one for me because I think they've done a pretty good job. Sami's amazing. His character's been incredible. This feels kind of like, wouldn't say rushed, but this is probably the match on the card that I'm the most sure of, if like 60-40. But I don't see Sami taking the title off of Gunther at this point in the run.
No,
Gunther retains for sure.
Yep.
Do you think he's coming in and cashing in for that?
No. I think that's separate.
I don't think he wants any of that smoke.
No.
I still think that Ilya Dragunov is the guy to take that title off of him. Their feud was incredible in the UK. If they can just introduce him as soon as possible after him and drop the title at Stand and Deliver, come up to the main roster, establish yourself as a main roster character, and then SummerSlam or Survivor Series or whatever it is, whatever that next big thing is, I think he's the guy to take it.
Yeah, I
We'll see.
definitely agree with that. I remember seeing their match together in NXT UK, and it was just incredible. So
How about-
I'm
Right.
boggled. My mind is boggled as to why Dragunov's not on the main roster already. So
How about this? Whoever Damien cashes it in on, do you guys want to see him succeed or fail with that?
oof.
No, there's been too many fails. The cash-in has to be a success. It's not been good. Like, so.
Fails aren't
Yeah.
fun because he's been good with it, you know, calling himself Senior Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
It should be Senor Dinero in El Banco, I guess. Banco Popular.
Well, the Money in the Bank briefcase is a great tool for a heel and for a long period of
Yeah.
time. Like, if a babyface, if a good guy wins, it's usually a quick turnaround on the cash in because there's not so much story. But Damian Priest has done a great job of utilizing that as like you never know. So
Yeah.
Exactly.
showing up occasionally. But okay,
Exactly.
so I'm still looking at like the matches for night one. Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy.
This is interesting. Yeah. So we've been talking about, should Jay go back to the bloodline, or is he going to remain on opposite sides? I don't know.
He's too hot right now, but I think he's gonna take the loss.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
have Jay winning as well, or I have Jay winning, but I think him winning on night one, then there's going to be some sort of ramifications that happen on night two.
Maybe.
I have Jay winning too, but I also have Rikishi coming down to ringside during that match to kind of like, hey guys, hey boys, y'all at the end of the match or something like that.
Yeah,
Rikishi
we
comes
don't know
down
who
and
might be sitting ringside, Tony. You know that we don't know. They
Right.
might have family
Right.
ringside, special for any of these matches, which would
Yeah.
be really
could
would
be.
be a really
Yeah.
nice added touch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And we've
Yeah.
talked about, and John will remind us of this. What if Rikishi comes out and does the Papa Briscoe? You done yet?
Briscoe.
You done yet?
Done. Clean this shit.
Now clean this shit up.
John, also, you got to bring that up on the screen. John, I just want to see Pat McAfee yeeting all over himself.
Yes, Pat McAfee.
I can't put that up.
Jen. Come on, put it up on the screen.
All right.
Yeet.
No
No
yeet.
yeet.
I bet you Pat McAfee would do a leggy.
He would. Pat McAfee definitely would do a leggy. Yes. And then
Probably.
that means we have to convince Dave that if Pat McAfee can do it, you could do it too.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Somebody get Pat on the phone.
Yeah. Call Pat McAfee.
Oh man. Saturday is gonna be next Saturday it's gonna be an insane day for us.
It's going to be a lot.
Oh yeah, I can't wait.
For sure.
I can't wait.
Someone's gonna have to take a video of Dave doing the leggy.
Yeah,
Someone's gonna have to get that.
absolutely.
Not John, because he'll be kind of probably holding on to one of us to keep his balance.
Well, I'm sure we all have phones. So everybody will take a video. There'll be plenty of footage.
Yeah.
If only we knew a producer who could arrange for that to happen.
Right.
Oh, yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Okay,
Anyway.
so there's a couple other matches, obviously, like AJ Styles versus LA Knight. I think we talked about this last night. LA Knight needs to win this. He needs to have a big night. He needs to make a statement. I know he's popular. I know he's over. I'm not going to argue with all that, but he still feels like a two-dimensional wrestling character to me.
I would agree with that. I think LA Knight wins this match. And I'm hoping that after he wins, we get, another level of him, because I would kind of agree. We've seen him kind of pretty much the same character for a while. And while we love it, we just kind of want there to be a next step up.
So let me ask you guys, because I think most of you guys saw the NWA stuff with Eli Drake, and we were at the tapings, so we got to see him doing some of this stuff in real time, and then some stuff off screen. That to me felt like a lot more real than what we're seeing now. And I know that he's being produced and scripted and all that other stuff, but I want to see that NWA version of him sort of feeling like off the chain, like it was just a different feeling. So I don't know how he can make that happen.
Right.
Yeah.
That would be awesome, though.
He's got the crowd behind him, so
yeah.
It's just got to be that click. Something's got to click, and we've seen it before. Let's let I mean, look at Roman a couple of years ago to now. We just something clicks, and there's that connection. It's just, I think it's
sometimes it just works.
I think this is good. I think this is going to be a banger match. I agree with John that this is going to be a banger match. That this could be the sleeper of the night, because at least of night one.
Yeah.
Who else we got?
Well, okay, so and we saw this happen last night. Dom Mysterio is teaming up with Santos Escobar against Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio. This is going to be a hell of a match, and it must be so exciting for a guy like Dragon Lee to be in there, at WrestleMania with Rey. Like, that's a big deal.
That's
awesome.
And I love the way that Dom, or the way that Santos said to Dom, "Hey, like, I know what I said before, but like, I get it. I get where you're coming from now. Like, all this stuff makes sense to me now, and you were right." And it's an interesting pair up.
Yep.
They didn't tell a long-term story, but what they did was they took two long-term stories and they put them together in a way that I think makes sense for this show.
Yeah.
Right.
I see Dragon Lee and Rey Mysterio winning only because I want to see the Dominic tantrum afterwards.
And we're coming up on almost a year of this stuff, but he still gets booed out of the building. Every time. It's insane. So you guys, like, Mike, you've been a wrestling fan longer than I have. When was the last time you saw someone get this much heat for this extended a period of time?
Oh, holy cow. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, I've always seen the crowd, for the most part, boo the bad guys and cheer for the good guys. But this is like, it's like breaking the sound barrier almost with the hearing. It's like, I don't know. It's insane. It's like you can't even, you wouldn't be able to pipe in that sound.
Yeah, Rowdy Piper. I mean, yeah, he got booed. He was a heel for his whole career, but I mean, I can't remember a wrestler who literally gets drowned out every time he's there.
Bobby Heenan didn't get booed like that.
Every time he tries to talk.
Yeah, this was beyond that. I mean, sustained too. That's what I mean. I've seen people get booed where they had to put the mic down and then they get it and then people let them start talking. Not Dom. Dom can't get a word in edgewise ever, and I'm on board for it for a while. Let's go. It's good for him.
And they've done it everywhere. They've done it at the arenas. They've done it at house shows. They've done it at the stadium shows. It's insane.
It's insane, and it's great, and it's going to sound great. And well, who knows with the Philly crowd? He might get cheered there. Who knows? You never know.
Yeah.
It's a Montreal crowd. You never know.
Okay,
That's
so
true.
one of the matches that we don't really even talk about on Zoom very often because it just sort of fell to the wayside because there's so many other big things to talk about is this Randy Orton, Logan Paul, and Kevin Owens match. Like, on paper, it's going to be awesome.
Oh yeah.
And so are you guys caring about this? Do you want
Yeah.
Logan Paul to retain that U.S. title, or do you think it's time to move off of him?
I want to see Logan retain.
Oh, hang on 1 second, real quick. Chad's not wrong. Iron Sheik did get like hatred.
Okay, there you go.
Like, I don't remember how
True.
long it was for, but it was for a long time. That's a good call.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
was just watching the Sergeant Slaughter biography too, when he turned heel during the whole Iraq thing, you know, the whole Kuwait invasion, and he stayed heel, and he was getting those ear splitting sounds, but this is a different time now, because now it's no matter where he goes. I mean,
Right.
I don't know if the boos last that long. I mean, as soon as he puts a mic up to his mouth, he can't say anything at that. It's been a long time, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this U.S. title match. So Deb, who do you have on this?
So I would love Randy Orton to win, but I think Logan Paul's going to win. I think it makes sense for what they're doing right now for Logan Paul to win. But I wish it was Orton.
All the moves. Yeah, go ahead, Tony.
I see Logan retaining. The belt's on a nice, he's such a celebrity, and he takes that U.S. title with him everywhere he goes, and it's getting exposure beyond WWE. So I think Logan's going to retain it.
Hey, he really is. He really is a dick. So I mean, with that title and taunting the guys, but he's gonna get the RKO out of nowhere. Of course, he might get 2 of them. Who knows? And he's gonna get the Kevin Owens is gonna do, he's gonna have his WrestleMania moment. Where's he gonna fly off of? What's he gonna do? That's always fun to look forward to. And I see the little sneaky bastard getting out of there with it. But that's all right, because Tyson's gonna bust his brother's face in.
We shall see. But it's a triple threat match, so there's no DQ. So shenanigans.
Yes. Oh, galore!
Shenanigans galore.
That little douche friend of his, that hands him his brass knuckles and shit.
Yeah,
it's gonna be fun.
Okay,
it's gonna be a fun match.
Sure, definitely, and the guy's way better than he has a right to be. He is. So
yeah.
Even I can't even keep the hate up on him.
I can hate him, but you can't lie and say he's not good in the ring, because he is.
He is good.
Clearly. Yeah. So Io versus Bayley. I love what they've done with Damage Control. I love what they've done with turning Bayley returning her to a different version of a good guy, feeling sympathy for her with the Mean Girls or whatever, however you want to frame that. But then we saw Io cutting a promo backstage, and they're like, okay, Io, we're done. And okay, so my only problem with this is it was done exactly the same way as the Rock Cody thing, but that's fine, whatever, because it sort of broke the fourth wall in that moment. And then Bayley comes out of nowhere and just not play fighting. We're not doing this for the cameras. She's beating the hell out of her, taking light stands and hitting her. It was holy shit. Bayley, somebody pissed off. Bayley's no joke. So I'm a lot more invested in this match today than I was a week ago.
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah, I see Bayley winning. I think, like you said, they have done a great job of getting sympathy for her. And I see her as kind of like the nice girl who was pushed too far. And when a nice girl is pushed too far, then you'll see a side of them you don't want to see.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Bayley winning as well. It's time. And that's going to probably cause a rift in Damage Control. But Bayley, she's one of the original 4 horsewomen. Bayley's had a long stretch to get here, and it's time to pay it off and give her that title. So I see Bayley winning.
Okay. Mike?
I don't know. I think Io's going to retain. I think Bailey's going to get screwed out of it somehow. It's always the numbers against her. But who knows? She might win. She might win.
Yeah, John brings up a good point. Bailey winning gives a good feel-good moment for the fans, and the Mean Girls get comeuppance. I think there's still more story there. I think I agree that Bailey's not done with her hard times, with her version of hard times.
Yeah.
I think there's more to come.
Let it lead up to
Okay.
SummerSlam.
Yeah. Okay, how are you guys feeling about Rhea and Becky?
Oh, I love it.
Rhea.
Oh, yeah. Rhea.
Rhea.
I mean, we had fun with Dom getting punched in the face this week.
Yeah.
Loved that. Loved
Yeah.
that.
I
Well
know
done,
it's
Tony.
been said before, but like Becky doesn't need the belt. She doesn't need a belt around her. She's so. But can she win it? Yes. But do I think she's gonna win it? Nah, not just yet. Not just yet. Rhea is she's an unstoppable force right now.
Yeah.
Is she the immovable object, though?
I think it's Nia. Okay, yeah, and I agree. I mean, I think Rhea retains. There's no real reason to put it on Becky at this point, unless there's a big plan coming on right after Mania for Becky to be in a program with somebody else. But I think Rhea continues to elevate or give credibility to the title, so I would leave it where it is. You get Nia. There's different people that could do run-ins. There's different ways that could end. So as the clock winds down, I want to ask you guys surprises. We talked about it earlier. Any predictions on surprises?
Mm.
We mentioned Rikishi.
Jacob Fatu.
Jacob Fatu. Okay.
Mm.
I would save that for the Raw after Mania, but I wouldn't mind seeing it during MJF. No, not MJF. Sorry, John.
No.
Even if he was a surprise, it wouldn't make any sense to put him on Mania. He would be the night after. Like, I wouldn't do it. There's no story, so why do it there?
Right.
I do like John's mind here because we've talked about this too. Like, what if Dustin shows up? That would be cool.
Be interesting. Dustin just had a match the other night on Rampage.
He's under contract, so
yeah.
I still think Cena's going to make some kind of appearance. I don't know where. I don't know where it makes sense, but I still think he'll be on the show somewhere.
Yeah, and I think we're going to get
so,
Stone Cold. I think we're going to get Stone Cold at some point too, because he's been footage on his social media, him working out. I mean, he's training very hard for something. So, who's to say it may be an appearance at WrestleMania 40? Just don't know in what capacity.
So, John Cena and Stone Cold are Rock's two biggest rivals throughout his career, his two biggest rivalries. Do you think they are used in some capacity, regarding The Rock? Like, I can't think of a specific thing at the moment, but just to have The Rock's former nemesis. His two former, major opponents throughout his career, those are the people that defined his career. I think they get involved somehow in some way in the story.
Okay. So we've also seen
Triple H in there, and you got the trifecta of the three major characters.
Yeah.
So Triple H could make a couple of calls.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep. I thought it was interesting. The last few weeks, I've seen Rhonda doing press for her book, for the pre-orders for her book, and she's been very vocal about some stuff. I'm like, wow, she's really shitting on a lot of people. But that was what she did when she was in the middle of a feud with Becky too. So, It'll be
not really out of character.
Yeah, for sure. So maybe we see Ronda drop in. Who knows? I don't know where or if it would even make sense. Although she does have that feud with Becky, she could cost Becky the match. So there's ways to bring her in there as well.
Right. Speaking of Becky, her book just came out, and so I had looked it up. So just FYI for anyone who gets Spotify, who pays for Spotify Premium, Becky's audiobook is available for free, included with Spotify Premium.
Nice.
So
cool.
I'm really interested in listening to it. I'll probably listen to it in chunks at work. But yeah, it's narrated by herself. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah, I think Becky and Ronda both did the audiobooks for their books, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun. We're going to have a blast. We're all going to be, we're going to be either in Philly or on Zoom or having Wrestlemania parties. It's going to be a good time. And then tonight, there's, I guess, AEW is on tonight.
Yep, Collision is on tonight in a few minutes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We didn't talk about
this whole week of wrestling was excellent. Excellent.
We didn't talk about what, Tony? What did we miss?
We didn't talk about the most important match, or two matches, the tag match. Cody and Seth versus The Rock and Roman, or Rock and or Roman and I almost said Rock and Cody. See, Rock is overshadowing Roman.
Yeah.
All right, we're going overtime.
So what's our picks? So what's our picks for night one?
Jersey, some one-legged son of a bitch is celebrating. He's doing a leggy right now.
I don't think it.
Okay, so
I don't think it makes. Go ahead, Tony.
My prediction: Cody and Seth are losing the tag match because there is going to be bloodline rules for Roman and Cody.
Why else would they introduce it? Why would they? Yeah.
Right. So and
I
also,
agree.
And of course, I see Cody. I see Cody winning. Just don't know how he's going to win it. He needs to win it clean, but I don't know how it's going to happen. But I predict Cody's going to win.
I agree. I completely agree on both ends. Bloodline wins night number 1 on Saturday. Shenanigans ensue in some sort of way on night number 2, but Cody remains victorious. And all of the Cody crybabies will put their hands in the air and rejoice.
And wave them like they just don't care?
Yes. I say The Rock and Roman go over on night 1. And night two, I want Cody to go over, but then I'm thinking like, okay, so what's next for him then afterwards? And there's something somewhere inside me. I want Roman to keep going and, crush whatever modern era records are left, which is just Hogan, right? I mean, we already agreed that he's never going to surpass, Backlund and Bruno, they're from a different time. They're from a time where they traveled all over the place and different organizations. It's just a different time. So many times a week, but it would be. I guess it would be pretty cool to see Roman surpass, Hogan's record.
Yeah.
I might be. Over it because that's that golden era is my favorite. So
yeah, I can't wait.
Such a good time
for the moment when Cody wins, and like the whole crowd's just gonna explode, and then Dave will be somewhere in there wearing his pink robe. And he's gonna be crying.
Yeah. Well, lucky it's Terry Claude, so he's going to be crying either way. So it'll be a Terry Claude robe. It'll absorb a lot of tears.
Yes.
Hey,
tears of sorrow. That's the
the Water Boy. The movie The Water Boy with Adam Sandler.
Yes. Yes.
The Cajun dude that had the nipple rings, and he was They won the game, and he was like doing that. That's Dave. That's Dave when Cody wins.
Oh my god! Oh Jesus Christ!
Tony just wanted to say nipple.
Probably.
Hey, meme incoming. Just wait, it'll happen.
Oh boy. Okay.
Oh good lord! Yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna have
Well-
the time of our lives.
Yep.
I'm very excited.
I do
cannot wait
agree.
to
I
see
do
y'all.
agree
I
that.
cannot wait.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I do agree that Saturday is going to go that way. Obviously, we're going to get bloodline rules, but there is a part of me that wants to see the internet angry at a Cody loss.
You
know,
just want
You
the
just wanna watch
McGregor
the world
rant,
burn.
That's all.
That's right.
Yeah, I would. Well, now my friends will be in Philly, so I would fear for your safety if that happened. But
That's why he's
y'all gonna
getting
have
out
to fend
early.
for yourself.
Yeah.
That's why he's getting out.
I know what's happening. I'm a smart.
Oh my goodness.
All right, y'all. Deb, where can people find you on the socials?
I am at That's So Debonair on the Twitter machine and on the Instagram. And I just want to say, since this is our last show before WrestleMania, we've talked about this a couple times. It's not only the 15-year anniversary of Busted Open, so we'll be celebrating with them. It is the 4-year anniversary of our group being in existence. And when I looked it up, March 29th, 2020 was the first time any of us ever got on Zoom. We were all still, probably the first time using Zoom for most of us, trying to figure out how the program worked. But it's the 4-year anniversary of the first Zoom with our group. And I'm really, really happy that, we still kind of, we're still going. I think we're doing really, really good things, and we're just having fun along the way. That's what it's all about, just having fun. So yeah.
Agreed.
Yep.
Tony?
Can't wait to see y'all. Find me at Tony Justice, AJFA. And if you are a Metallica fan like I know all of us are, you know what that means. Ooh!
Mike?
Mongrovian Mike. That's it. At Mongrovian Mike. I just want to let everyone know. I want everybody out there to have a happy and blessed Easter, and enjoy the rest of the weekend, everybody. And thanks to everybody in the chat tonight. A lot of people in there tonight, going strong.
Yeah, y'all been great. Y'all been great.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Yes.
A couple of Chads in there, John Bay. Thank you, everybody, man.
Thanks,
all
John,
you guys, RA, everybody, Johnny boy. We love all you guys. Thank you, and happy Easter to everybody.
Yes.
Yep. And I am PW Front Row across all the socials, although I'm rarely on social media these days. You can find us at Nation's Corner on Twitter, X, and The Nation's Corner across all other socials. All right, everybody enjoy WrestleMania. We're going to see y'all next week. We're going to see you all on the socials next week because we will be posting stuff from Philadelphia. All right. Have a good night. See you later.
Later.